What sort of life, if any, inhabits these other planets?
Welcome! It's been quite some time since I talked about Minidisc on the channel. I do collect Minidiscs, as many of you will know. It's a collection that has been going on for quite a few years now, and though it's kind of slowed down, obviously with other things I've collected more in the past couple of years, but I've got a couple of brand new release Minidiscs to show you today. I say brand new, one of them came out couple of months ago that I'll show you first, and then another one, a mail opening, one that's fresh out now. There's not really a proper release date. Both from Bandcamp and from a record label who I love buying from because they specialise in synthwave music, which is one of my favourite genres, or subgenres of electronic music I should say, and that is Time Slaves Recordings. So, the first Minidisc that I'll show you, this is the one that came out about 2 months ago. These are all very limited, they sell out really quick, so I was really happy that I was able to get one of these before they sold out, and there's only like 50 of them that have been pressed. This is Dark of a Distant World by Xenon.
Run and hide, eternally I'm here. If you try to escape this castle, all the mountains of madness will live to fear. I'll easily seal your fate. And every time you try to escape, 1,000 chains in the dungeon of fear. I'll play this skull funk.
Now then, I think Xenon, from what I remember reading about him at the time of me buying this, I believe is Italian, could be wrong, but this is such a great album. This might be my new favourite synthwave album. As I often do with Bandcamp purchases and albums from Time Slave Recordings, I like to stream a couple of the tracks before I buy, just listen to some of the music and make sure that I'm going to enjoy at least some of the album. And I did that with Xenon, and I thought this was absolutely brilliant. What isn't so brilliant for me is just how dark this kind of presentation is. It looks cool, and to be honest with you, with my infamous ring light, this looks way brighter and way better than it actually does in the naked eye. I mean, apart from the glare, obviously. Some great on-Minidisc printing here, as there often is with these DIY indie Minidiscs. And you see the same sort of thing done for Bandcamp artists' cassettes and things like that as well. In normal light or natural light, this is all sort of dark and everything, which is how it's supposed to be. I mean, really nice quality inner sleeve, as you can see. The company who prints these and who manufactures for Time Slaves and for numerous other Bandcamp-based recording labels, I think they're called Band CDs, and they do such a good job. But I think because of these sort of darker sci-fi 80s kind of colours of this, it's just naturally something that looks a little bit kind of difficult to see in person, but surprisingly showing up well on the video. As for the actual album, Dark of a Distant World, it sort of comes across like a lot of these synthwave albums do. It kind of comes across as sort of a faux 1980s movie soundtrack, and it's just really good. A fantastic album. Like I say, possibly the best synthwave album that I've listened to so far, and I've got quite a few in my collection now, not loads. There's so many more out there. I'm discovering new to me artists all the time. Xenon being a good example, and the artist I'm going to show you in a minute being another example. This might still be available on record, possibly. It's definitely still available digitally via Bandcamp, and it may be on sort of your normal streaming services as well. So Xenon, Dark of a Distant World is a massive recommendation from me if you're even remotely into synthwave and retro wave and whatever else you want to call it, then check that one out. Right, this one again from Bandcamp and from Time Slaves. Been waiting for this for quite some time. There we have Time Slaves details on there. MPF, by the way, stands for My Pet Flamingo, which is their sister label that specialises in vaporwave. and I do have a Vaporwave album. I showed you that on my channel some months back. That was something from US Golf 95. Anyway, let's get into this one. Been looking forward to this because there again, it was an artist that I wasn't familiar with, but I streamed 2 or 3 of the tracks on Bandcamp on the site while browsing, and I'd got the email letting me know that this had come out, so as soon as I get the email I like to go over to Bandcamp and try before I buy. And this one is Captain Video, Your Sister is a Werewolf. I can't remember if Captain Video is the act, the artist, or the album title. I forgot. Your Sister is a Werewolf might be the artist name. I'll have put something on screen at some point that'll clear it up. There again, been waiting for this for over a month now, I think. The mini disc pressings get announced, but then it sort of takes a few weeks, and even though they're always in limited quantities, it's sort of a small scale, fairly slow process to get these manufactured. I'm not going to unseal it or anything. I'm going to leave this sealed, as I don't know when I'll be listening to this, hopefully soon, but busy. Just a quick look at this. From what I remember of what I listened to, I loved it, otherwise I wouldn't have got the album. Sometimes they release something, and I do like to get these little mini discs, and I'll listen to it. And with it being Time Slaves artists, chances are I'll always enjoy something because I just like synthwave generally. But I won't buy every single mini disc that comes out. You know, they release maybe 2 or 3 a month sometimes. But this one was definitely one I wanted, so I know there's going to be at least 2 or 3 tracks that I really enjoy on here. Hopefully the whole album I'll enjoy, and I'm just really excited to listen to that. And of course I will give Xenon with the brilliant Dark of a Distant World another listen soon, as well as my other independent mini discs from people like Time Cop 1983. So there we have it. They are my latest additions to my mini disc collection. I've not been buying any sort of official 1990s old school mini discs for quite some time, as I do look on eBay from time to time, but I've been focusing on other things, and there's not an awful lot left of those that I actually want, and a lot of the ones I do have been kind of impulsive purchases from sort of 2 years ago-ish. But I'm always looking to add more mini discs. Certainly these synthwave ones that are coming out, and Time Slave Recordings, I think they're actually trying to ramp things up a bit. They're trying to get more stuff reissued that maybe was once out on vinyl or cassette. They're going to get some more mini discs come out, and I do collect some stuff of Time Slaves on record as well. I'm trying to think of an example. I've got Future Cop, Time Slaves reissue of their album Fairy Tales. That's an absolutely beautiful, stunning 2-disc picture disc vinyl set, that, and a couple of other things on record as well. So I'm not just sort of sticking to mini disc. And I haven't bought a cassette in a while, and there is a lot of artists with the cassette albums still available on Time Slave's Bandcamp page, so I may end up treating myself to some more stuff on cassette soon as well, as I do like all these different formats. But thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little look at a couple of my new independent synthwave mini discs. Thank you as always to all of my subscribers and my wonderful patrons. I'm going to go now, and hopefully very soon I'm going to give Your Sister is a Werewolf, Captain Video, a listen, and of course give Xenon another listen as well, and all the other great synthwave albums on minidisc and record in my collection. It's one of my favourite genres, and I'm hoping to build up that particular subsection of my collection over the course of the next year or so. Cheers everyone, see ya!